Hi there. Welcome to Community Showcase Live for February. We're live on the set this month, and I'm just going to take a moment to introduce my guest here. This is Alina Chadwick. So happy
Oh,
to have you. We'll get back to Alina in a second, but the reason I wanted to do this was to get the big look of our fancy new red chairs. Plus, I did not prime Alina, but look at the outfit, my sweater. We are all very seasonal. It's only the day after Valentine's Day, and we are going with it. So, let me tell you about first the lead in music. We had some pretty exciting music, as you heard. The first piece we heard was The Skipping Stone by Idolin Orpheus, and it was shared on our Tumblr page back in October of 2016. And there's some cool references of a role playing nature in there, which tell us that the musical theme refers specifically to Fionis, or Physalis, as she came to be known, an agile but resolute thief whom her enemies called the Skipping Stone. That was neat. And then we had Cadalis's King of the Arena. You could tell from that exciting, dramatic, martial kind of theme, very much energetic, and it was inspired by the warrior profession. So thank you to both musicians for that. And as I said, here's Alina. And I am so glad that you're here because not only is she a great person, but also a programmer. And I happen to have this special respect in my heart and reverence for programmers because I think they solve all the problems of the world. So, Alina, can you tell everybody about what you do here at ArenaNet?
so I'm a content programmer. That means I spend part of my time doing design work and part of my time doing like gameplay programming work. Um, Basically, if the content team that I'm a part of um, runs into any troubles, then I go in and fix them, and I spend the rest of my time helping them with design.
And
Uh,
some of the things you've been working on were pretty cool. Wait till this. Okay, go ahead and say some of those things.
so I'm on the Living World team currently. Before that, I was on the Rapid Content team. Before that, I was on the Legendaries team, working on the Chuka and Champawa Legendary Journey.
Love that.
Let's see, I did guild halls. I did the redo of the achievement panel. Um,
Lots of
yeah,
things
lots
over
of
the
things.
years. So I wanted to ask you of all the things you worked on, because you've had such a wide variety of experiences and projects. What would you look back on like your prime moment? What was the favorite thing you did?
Favorite thing I did was definitely Chuka and Champawa.
That is an amazing thing. If you guys haven't taken that legendary journey, I have not yet. I have the Dreamer, I have Kudzu, but I want that bow so much. And the story that you designed, and the process through which you get that bow is just great. How much time did that take? Must have been months.
It was about a month and a half from start to finish, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great job. Um, let's see now. I think we should get started with the art, and we'll move right into the first piece. This is Agent Baracco by Flame Squad. I think that is a wonderful piece. Agent Baracco is said to be Karamia's rival and a, quote, freaking handsome mesmer. Love the effects, huh?
Yeah, like I really like. So he's got that sword like going like straight down the middle of his profile there, and I love the separation from like his illusion and his reality going on both sides of that sword.
Totally. It's a great effect. I haven't seen anything quite like that. And that piercing gaze, it really catches your eye.
Yes,
It's
and the
well done.
circles in his eye.
Well done. Well done. Here's the next one by Kaela. This is Niv. And Kaela tells us that despite her thick fur, Niv was never a fan of the Shiver Peaks. And I beg to differ because the Shiver Peaks is probably my favorite map. And I think that this is beautiful. It is, they said, a landscape project that they were kind of practicing with landscapes, and it took about 4 to 5 hours to create. And I could take 4 or 5 years, and I couldn't make something that lovely.
Yeah, ditto. I absolutely love, I think my favorite part about this piece is like the transition we have there between the mountains and like that Green Valley
Mm,
area.
that's great. So that would be like Timberline Falls, I think, maybe has that gradient
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah.
I haven't asked you before, but do you have a favorite map?
Oh dear. Um,
Caught you off guard, I know.
yeah. So, okay. So, I'm a little biased towards the oh dear, I don't even know what it's called on live. The new Shiver Peaks map that we added
Oh, yes.
since
That
I was
is
part of that
nice.
team.
That is really a nice map.
Um, my second favorite map would probably be one of the ones over in the Silvari area, like Metrica Province,
Oh,
perhaps.
that is a beautiful map too, yeah. I love Blood Tide Coast because I love the loading screen. I just want to go there because I want to look at that loading screen. But yeah, there's so many wonderful places in the world. It's just great. Here's a project by Lunara. This is obviously this is our friend Irene, and you can see the starting of the sculpting on the left, and then the finished product on the right. Um, there's also, I'm so excited about this because on the forums there is a great wealth of screenshots and photographs of this through its transition as it's developed. And the nice thing about it is that you can see how they started and then worked through the project to the end. So check out the forums. That would be Community Corner, and then go to community creations and you can get a look at this as it goes on. I think it's just great.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the more I look at it, like previously looking at this piece, I never noticed that there's those gems in Owen's in Owen's head there,
Oh,
going back like
yeah.
kind of like a headdress. It's beautiful.
Yes. It's really lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Lenaria. That's lovely. Atomic Soldier is a member of the Order of the Round Table Guild, and they made portraits of their guildies. And I think this is just a great set of characters. I want to hang out with those guys. You know, it's a real good group. And I love how they cross the different the races, the different professions. You can see that. Now you were saying those. You like the Asura in
Well,
particular?
so now my favorite race is definitely Sylvari, but like
Ah,
in this picture, I like the Asura
there you go.
best.
There you
There's
go.
so much attitude in all of these portraits. I love it. It's looking at the portraits, like you can kind of feel what it would be like to hang out with that character.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's a great job. Thank you for sharing that too. This is by now. I'm going to ask Alina to help me out here with this. GW2 Kazuro. You can say it better than I.
Kazoru?
There we go. There we go. See, I knew that I could count on her to help out with that. This is Jax, about which the artist said, Jax is posing like a magical anime girl. Just imagine that those squirrels are him emerging from stealth or something. Kind of a casual comment, but I love this piece.
Yeah, I love the hair. I love
Mm.
the hair and I love the scarf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. The swirls just, I think the swirls make it for me.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Well done. The Masked Gamer did a family portrait a few months back. We featured it at that time. They decided to do kind of version 2.0. So this is a one of each race, and as you can see, each profession and all the races are represented as well. I love the colors and the use of the icons, and it's very clever screenshotting here to get all of them. Do you think it's to scale? I think it might be.
I think it might be to scale. Yeah, and the colors matching the armor is a neat effect.
Mm. I hadn't
But
even caught that. You're right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I just wanna print this off on like a large piece of canvas and then put like a dowel out the top and like hang it somewhere
Perfect.
important like behind us would work well.
Yeah, you're right. Mass Gamer, you've got your project in mind now. I think that's a great suggestion. That what fun that would be to hang that up. It's really well done. Over here, we have artist named Asura. I'm not even going to go there with that. Just passing it along. Offers their portrait of the necromancer Rotushka. And this is a pencil on paper drawing, as you can tell. And the artist said that they were looking forward to eventually trying out digital art and making things. But Had to choose this. Those facial expressions are
She looks
priceless.
so grumpy. I love it.
Quite the attitude. I think the one on the right is probably them calling us Buka. Dismissively, of course,
Of
in
course.
typical Asura style. Asuras fascinate me. I don't have one that I play. It's not my main, but just they're wonderful. Do you have an Asura?
I have one or two Asura, I don't remember, but my main Asura is a um, engineer.
Ah,
I don't play her very often though because, well, because I love Mesmer, and every time I play something other than Mesmer, I go back to Mesmer in about 10 minutes.
it's me and Rainier. I understand. Yeah, you get your favorites, and some people play all the different races and professions just as well. And some of us kind of like to. I call it specializing. This is a great project by Shadowblood. I was taken aback when I saw this because it's just so amazing. They created laser cut coasters, and they are done in both acrylic and wood. And looking at them, all the icons, the representations they have, the classes, the specializations, and then, of course, the Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns um, logo there in the middle. It's just great, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of want to set too. They're so pretty though. I don't know if I could set a cold mug on it and get water on it. It's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that as well. Schlabab gave us the Veil Guardian, and they said they wanted to do something different, and I think they've captured this very well. They kind of wanted to up it a notch. By representing him with kind of the unusual lighting, a little bit of the murky, foreboding background there. And I think they've really done a good job. He's very mysterious.
Yeah, he makes you wonder what his story is. Like you stare at that, it's like, who is that?
Yeah.
Why is he there? He's got this look like this, like there's a depth of backstory behind his being there.
I
It's
think
very intriguing.
it is. That's that. I think that captures it well. It is very intriguing. Yes. And even at the bottom, I can't tell if that's a reflection.
Oh,
In the front, whether there's water and a reflection, but it's really beautiful.
yeah, there is a reflection there.
Yeah, nicely done. This is Faizu's portrait of Jenna. It was inspired by the Guild Wars 2 Living World Season 3, Episode 4, The Head of the Snake um, story. And the trailer is what actually, this was created before the episode launched. I think it's really great. I love Jenna. I'm a big Jenna fan. And I think this is beautiful of her and then the various elements.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love her hair. I love her
Mm.
expression.
Mm. Resolute, maybe a little frightened, but you can see her strength and her determination as well.
Yeah, she really looks in control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even if probably underneath it all, she's barefoot.
Right.
Perhaps. And I like the subtlety of the dragon in the upper left. You don't necessarily notice that he's there at first, and then yes, there you go.
Uh-huh.
It's a beautiful, beautiful work. And this is Rubicante's. It didn't have a title, and it doesn't have a story too much when it was posted, but it's a quintet of adorable characters who are all, as you can see, flying. And I love the use of color, and then you can see that they have different feelings about what they're doing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's got a lot of attitude.
Yeah, one of them, the one in the lead, does not seem to be too happy to be.
I mean, he looks like he might be a little scared.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, I was thinking. Maybe he was like, grouchy, but you might be right. He might be a little nervous. Maybe this is his first flight. That's just great. Good job. And this is by Nephi Ferry. This is Therian. And there's your Sylvari for you.
Yes, yes.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, I love that. I love the pink and the purple in the background. What I want to do is like print that off and then encase that in like a resin. You told me earlier what it's called. I don't know
A
what it's called.
cameo pendant.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
would be
Stick it on a
beautiful.
necklace.
It'd be beautiful. You're right. The neat thing about Nephi Fairy is that they shared a subtitle first. The subtitle is, yes, this rose has thorns, and here they are. And then they have a link to a creation video, so they actually show the development of this piece of art over on our Tumblr page, posted June 27th. You can just go back down a few pages, and you'll be able to find the June. Oh well, actually, that's more than a few months ago, but you just look for June 27th, and you can find a creation video and some another look at this great piece of art. And want to share with you fun thing. We often have videos on the show, always looking for more, hint, hint, but we often have videos. And this one is pretty cool. Stalwart Dawn had made a video in about 2015 taking pieces of our various trailers, putting them together into this really nice amalgamation, a new creation, like a new trailer of the Guild Wars 2 story. But a lot has happened since 2015. So Stalwart Dawn decided I'm going to make a new one. So it's bringing us up to date on the story using components from a whole lot of different ArenaNet created trailers to make this one. And so take a look. I think you're going to like this. See, I see that, and I'm just like, go Ritlock. I love that. I love that. It's such good work. Thank you for creating that and for paying tribute to the story. It's just wonderful. I really love that video. And before I flip to the next one, I want to do a lead in. We had a bit of a weather incident. Uh, and And so we dealt with it as best we could. We thought it was just, one of those things, but we've come to find out there was more causal effect than we knew. And I want to show you this image so you can get up to speed on what actually happened here. Yeah, this is a God complex Pikachu made this image. It's called Jormeg, please. And this appeared the day that we were actually experiencing. We had had a power failure. We had a little bit of an issue rolling out the episode. As you know, it came out the day after, and our team worked around the clock to get that to happen. But when the power goes out, a lot happens, and you can imagine how much power is required for game servers and all the things that are going on. But this is just, did you saw this when it was live?
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, it's amazing.
It's perfect.
Jomag, it's kind of dangerous. Jomag can't learn that this is the real way that he could destroy Tyria.
That's true. Yeah, I hope he's just moved on and
Yeah.
forgotten the whole incident. Yeah. It's well done. Thank you for making that. It really brightened our day. We were dealing with some pretty complex issues, and this was made all of us smile. This is by Keska, and this is a beautiful images. Totally actually named this Ice and Fire. I like that title very much. It was done as a commission for a player, and I think they're just beautiful. I assume
Yeah.
it's two different characters, and so pretty.
Yeah, I love it. I love how liquid they look, both in different ways. Like the white, you have like this liquid fire coming off of the sword, and the sword almost looks molten.
It does.
And the left, she looks submerged, and yet she has snowflakes coming off of her, so she can't actually be submerged.
That's
So, like,
true.
yeah,
Even the
her
fabric.
pose. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
It's really beautiful. I'm sure that whomever commissioned this is going to be delighted with that. I'd be posting those like on canvas on a wall.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
beautiful set. And this is going to draw an awe, I'm sure, by everyone viewing. Pardon me. This is Telu's Quaggan backpack. Telu is a French role player, and they got inspired and decided to create not just do it from scratch, but actually make a pattern and then make this backpack. As you can see, it zips in the front, but it's just the cutest darn thing. And then they generously shared on the forums links to the pattern. So if you want to make one too, you can do that. Just go to the forums, find the pattern, and get to stitching. It's really
Yeah,
cute.
I love it.
I wonder
I-
how big it is.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. I really want one.
Yeah, me too. Me too. A Chartist offered an image too hard to resist, even if we had to do a little bit of creative use of the kittenizer to make it okay. Um, this is Bat Mesmer, and the artist calls it a warm-up doodle. I think it's a lot more than a doodle as far as I'm concerned. It's beautiful. But this explains why the character needs Night Fury right there.
That's a lot of bats.
It is. I love a good bat. That's just wonderful. That's one of the things I'm going for. The your bow, and the tiger bow is just too cute. And then I also want Nevermore because I love bats, and that little guy is really cute. I have to approve of the color choices too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is by, now you help me with the pronunciation on this.
Senke.
Senke. Senke. And this is the Sylvan Hound. And Sylvan Hound is flat out one of my favorite creatures in the entire game. I love the look of it. I loved the little challenge you had where you tamed them and you got to deal with the pups, and it was so adorable, and I fell in love with them. And then they got mordramized, and so you can see kind of a before and an after of the same creature. I think they're just beautifully done.
Oh yeah, and I love how they have the same. You look at them and they look like they're the same creature, and yet they're so strikingly different.
Yeah. Posture. I mean, the dripping fangs and the kind of the nobility of the one on the left,
Right.
and then oh, it's great. Really talented artist there. Clock took a leaf from the old recruitment posters. You might have seen these in history books or whatever, where they have like, "I want you to help in the U.S. Army" or whatever, and those were very prevalent in, I think, World War One, possibly even the Civil War. I'm not sure, but World War One, World War Two, and this has that same kind of vibe to me. This is Jenna, of course, but it says, "For Queen and country, credit shall not be divided." And I think that's a wonderful message, and it captures the spirit again of the trailer for episode 4.
Yeah, I love it. I love how oh, what's the word? Rustic it looks? Old?
I think you're right. It
Antique?
does have that look. Yes, very historical.
Yeah.
And it's completely black and white, and yet it has so much depth of
White.
color.
White.
If you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, and her dress looks so fluffy.
Oh, love that. Yeah. And again, that beautiful neck piece that she wears. That's collar. It's beautiful. Over here, we have, let's see if I can get this right, Furious. Furious, Fierce Hold by Pavel Adamus. It's a portrait that Pavel did for a friend of his. I think it's really, really nicely done. And love that facial expression.
Oh yeah.
And couldn't help but look at the weight of the armor
Uh-huh.
and the weaponry. That Char's got to have some muscles.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Char basically muscles disguised as cats.
That's true. That's true. Solid, yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think really works for them necessarily. Like they're fierce and they want you to know they're fierce, but they're cats.
Yeah. Meow. Yeah, I do love the Char. They're great. I had some problems adjusting to the fact that we would have them as a playable race, because I'm used to from Guild Wars, I'm used to having a lot of antipathy for them, and I thought, I don't know how I feel about that. I think our storytellers are so great, and the way that things are designed, it worked out beautifully. But at first, I was like, what? I don't know about that. So, anyway, this is great. And Pavel, thank you for sharing this. It's utterly charming. This is Hello Hars Regana, and they wrote about this that. It's their Necromancer Reaper, and they created it using Photoshop CS6 and their Intuos Pro drawing tablet. And I liked it. It caught my eye because, well, I told you I like bats, bat wings, but the flames?
Yeah, and her pose and the one flame up, one flame down thing that she's got going on now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
And I love the dragon in the background to the white above the wing.
Yes, which you pointed out to me, because I had not seen that, and I just thought it was like a design, and then oh yeah, that's so cool when you're in ore and the shadow of the dragon flies over you, and
Right.
it's so spooky. The first time I was, whoa, what is that? It's so great. So yeah, having that there is very subtle, nice effect. And this is a birthday gift that Agareth designed for a friend of theirs, and I love the face and the hair, and I'm not sure the medium. I don't know if it's an oil painting or if it's a digital. It's probably created digitally.
I think it's digital. It looks digital. I
Okay.
could be wrong though.
Yeah, but it would make a beautiful another one that I think I might put on canvas and hang
Oh
at
yeah,
home.
for sure. Yeah, I love about this picture. So when you're doing photography, you can bring your attention to a certain part of the picture by using focus.
Mm-hmm.
This picture kind of does that with like brushstroke size and detail.
Well,
And I love
yeah.
that. I love how the detail like decreases and you get to the edges and to the bottom and brings your focus right there to the face.
It does. It truly does. And I was just noticing that it appears that there's light possibly coming through the ear, which
Oh
is an
yeah.
interesting translucence to
Uh-huh.
the flesh of the ear, which is
Which,
also beautiful.
which that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's something ears do.
Yeah, they can, yeah. Check out this cool armor concept by Kunarol. Um, I like this idea a lot. They said, I've always loved the male version of the Aurora garb more than the female version. I mean, just look at it. We'll always be a sucker for regal outfits. In addition, they referenced drawing from Marlene Dietrich, the actress, and from Coco Chanel, the designer, for the inspiration for this piece.
This is beautiful. I love this.
I
Yeah,
love the idea of it, and I love the execution.
it's so regal. Yeah, and like more pants, please. Pants can look so good.
Yes. Yes. I think it was Katharine Hepburn that might have been the first who wore pants in a movie. Or maybe it was Marlene Dietrich, but I guess it was quite the scandal at the time.
Yeah, I'd read that.
Goodness sakes. People, why? But this is just great. It's such a good idea. Thank you for sharing that Coon Roll. I love it. Now, you might be noticing that this is the Order of the Whispers, and it's their icon, and you're thinking, yeah, okay, it's very nicely done, but there's a story here. Let me share this with you. Guardian Bear Gaming said that someone at my work had some video game stuff on their desk, like letters and logos and other claptrap from other games. So I snuck this invitation to the Order of Whispers onto their desk this morning with a little explanation on the back, and we'll see how things go. Later in the day, they wrote, "Update. Like any good Whispers agent, I nonchalantly walked by the desk to check on how things were going. He had tacked up the image on his cubicle wall next to the Dark Brotherhood letter, so at least he liked the random invite." That's a clever idea, huh?
Cute.
So we made the cut. We're in there with other good and fun pieces of art. I like it. I like it. Thanks for the story too. That just made me laugh. I love it. And here we have Monokasha's Elementalist. It was a commission for Azu the Enchanting, and I think the word enchanting is so appropriate because she is just absolutely beautiful, and she is truly enchanting. The look of her and the way that this was done.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love how much depth there is in this picture. Like there's such a stark difference between what's going on in the background and what's going on in the foreground as far as like shade and whatnot.
It's true. And even where her hair and then the shadowing of her cheeks.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, very good use of contrast.
It's beautifully done. I'm so glad to see this. Mana has done some lovely art, and I think this is one of the best of all. It's beautiful. This is by Huna's Drawings, and this is Tsira. Tsira is their Necro Bride, and they wrote that this is a quick portrait, and I'm really looking forward to exploring Tyria again with this new character. It's so cute.
I love the earrings.
Oh, yes, I do too. And is she carrying a bouquet?
It looks like it, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And,
Oh.
and the scribbled background is so good. I love that.
Yeah, that I never would think of doing, and that is very clever. It's just charming, absolutely charming. This is by, I'm going to pronounce this as Dr. Jordan. I'm not really sure, but Jordan would be hard to say. Anyway, this is Calamara. It's a charming portrait drawn as a gift for a friend named Gabrielle, who is a Sura engineer, clearly loves the College of Dynamics. What I really liked about this was that the artist said that they really enjoyed the challenge of emulating the sticky notes on the walls, the kind of like all the little pieces of scraps of paper on the walls. And I am very taken with the lighting in this, the lighting coming up and lighting the face and this surroundings so beautifully.
I love the bottom leftmost sticky note. I love how much like a toddler's drawing it looks.
You know, you're right. It does. That's cute. Well, maybe they're a parent and that's a child's column drawing, huh?
I mean, maybe I like to think that's just how these stuck-up Asoa actually draw the schematics.
That'd be nice to think, huh? That'd be great. And this one is Suit Snout Kel by Salig McEyebrows. And I like it because it's just got that insouciant, casual look about it, kind of leaning forward, looks like he's having a conversation with you. And I was thinking we could take Suit Snout here and give him one of those beautiful coasters that we saw earlier. Set a stein of ale in front of him, he's set.
Oh yeah. I love his pigtail.
Ah, I do too.
That's gorgeous. And the ears. Jaw ears. Jaw ears are just
Oh,
lovely.
they're darling. When they came up with that at first, so clever. The two ears in each, and little fangs, which in this case are so noticeable and yet not menacing. He's just a charmer, just a doll. This is Fowlin. It's by the Riverborn Face, and they wrote that the artists they feel that everything humanoid may not be my strength, and I think that this is utterly wonderful. So I don't know. I think they captured the humanoid and every other aspect of this beautifully.
Yeah, there's so much I like about this. I love how much the oak art looks like it's a part of the forest, like just another
Yes.
tree. I love how the entire painting looks like it's like a wood block. Or what are those called
Mm.
when you have a piece of wood and you like carve
Like
ca-
wood burning? No, I don't
kind
know.
of a wood block print?
Oh, yes.
I probably still have the name wrong, but it's got there's this theme of wood throughout the entire thing that I just love.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. And the sparkling eyes.
Oh yes,
That's
and,
great.
and the godways.
Yeah, the sun. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And this is by Thunderpoe, and it's called Cherie. And I love this piece. Again, the lighting coming from below, just touching the bottom of the face. They said they had a lot of fun making this and learned a great deal in the process. Um, they actually shared on Tumblr a cool process GIF that you can look at, so you can see this developing, and then also they shared more Guild Wars 2 related art. So look for the name Thunderpoe. And on a personal note, I didn't choose it because they have the Dreamer on, but I am a bow user, and they captured Dreamer so beautifully, so perfectly. It's like a photograph of a real bow.
So I'm a little biased towards this picture
Ah.
because of those gauntlets. So
Now tell us about that.
so one of the first things I worked on when I first joined ArenaNet was the achievement panel rework and the achievement point reward system.
Mm.
And those gauntlets were part of our like first set of rewards that we put in for the achievement point reward system.
Yeah. They are stunning. It was a great inclusion and a great harkening back to our history with the Chaos Gloves and Guild Wars. I was thrilled when those became available. They're beautiful. And they are the only, really, if you look at that, they're the only source of light in that noticeable source of light.
Oh
They are the
yeah,
sole
yeah.
source of light in that image. So beautiful, so perfect. And that's it really for our art today. But I wanted to do some public service announcements, some call outs, shout outs, as you will. So I'll do that by first citing Dreamy Abaddon. A Dreamy Abaddon put together a video that if you've played season 1 of Living World, you might want to revisit because it's so awesome. But if you haven't, you can see this video and learn so much about the history of Tyria at the time of that when episode 1 took place. It's a great video. It is available on our forums, again in the community corner, and then this subsection community creations forum. Dreamy has some other projects that they're working on right now. I really encourage you to give it a look because I think you'll really enjoy watching that video. Second thing I should probably point out is the Crichton Herald. The Crichton Herald is a role-playing newspaper. It's being It's a project that's being worked on our forums again. Look for a post by Fornax, Fornax, to learn more. It's a great initiative that they're taking, and they're sharing fan fiction and guides and all sorts of resources there, and a very pretty medium too. So check out the Crichton Herald on the forums. Um, then, do you know, Alina? Do you know about the Fanforge project that we have going on?
Not
Fanforge.
really,
Oh,
no.
good. I'd love to tell you about it. What we're doing is we are inviting players and fans of Guild Wars 2 to share their art on the We Love Fine website. They can do that by going to our official website, going into the upper right corner, and clicking shop, and then the drop down says merchandise idea contests. Then you're on the FanForge for Guild Wars 2, and you can see that they have explanation of what it is and what you can do there. And then they say we are looking for designs and ideas for products, and you can have 6 different categories to which you can make a submission. There are guidelines for how to do it. There's a way to submit your project, and if it is accepted and created, you will then get a commission for each sale. So I think that's a really cool thing for artists to know about. I was thinking about maybe that Quaggan backpack. Maybe they offer that. I don't know. So many good things. Any kind of art might be used on a T-shirt, on a backpack, on a bag. So many opportunities there, and everyone can get involved because I'm not an artist, but I like going and looking at the art, and all of us are invited, encouraged, in fact, to vote. So check out the FanForge sometime when you have a chance. I think you'll really enjoy that opportunity. Um, we want to encourage you to continue to submit your art. You do that, as you know, through the forums, or you can do that on Tumblr. And don't forget, if you do it on Tumblr, please use that hashtag GW2FanSubmission, because that does give us permission to display your art and to perhaps feature it here on Community Showcase Live. So join in and do that. I want to make a little special call out to musicians and videographers or trailer makers. I love having the opportunity, as we did today, to show a trailer or videos, and I always think that it's special if we can have lead-in music for the show. We have a 5-minute lead-in, but even longer pieces are welcome because we could use a part of it, or we could take 2 as we did today and have shorter pieces and put them together. So special call out for videographers, special call out for trailer makers and musicians, but as always, visual art, crafts, any number of things are welcome, and we'd love to see them. So share them please on the forums, Tumblrs, or both. You can do both. That'd be great. And speaking of Tumblr, just the one last thing is I'm told that Tumblr is having Fashion Week starting on February 17th and running through the 24th. So if you want to learn about that, check out the post dated 14 February, that's yesterday, on the Tumblr page, and learn about how to take part in the Fashion Week. Fashion Week, I just think that's so cute. And then with that, I want to thank Alina so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to have you here. And I love the things that you've done and the variety of things you've done. So thank you for being with us and being with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. And we'll have the date for next month's show. We'll put it up on the website. We'll do a blog, as we always do, have it on social media. And we'll try to get that up on the forums as well, so you'll know when the March show is coming. It will be another live show. I won't be with you in chat next month either. I love being with you guys while you're looking at the art and reading your comments at the time. But we will be going back to the live chat version of Community Showcase Live in April. But next month we'll look for you live. And until then, I hope you'll keep creating.